Here's Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams.
I'm going to show you, man.
And in turns, six for the 49ers as they score a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. The left side throw complete to Adams. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. His throw here is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Being chased out left. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. And this play was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Garoppolo. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Love. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Rodgers again now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd down at 5. Now Leonard Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They got 29 yards that time.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Here's Richie James on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Fournette. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Fournette. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
To the running game with Mostert.
He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
This is Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Rodgers to throw once more. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, and he takes a shot on
on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Nifty move. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing. Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be 2nd down.
There defensively.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's James. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Green Bay.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
It's Rodgers. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Their own 11-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Fournette. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now Austin. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First down.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
To throw, it's Rodgers.
That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Dillon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Dillon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Is 3rd down.
Rodgers going to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Packer fans, and not to mention members of this defense, likely hoping to forget what Mostert did to Green Bay in the NFC title game last year. 29 carries, 220 yards, and an NFL postseason record-tying 4 touchdown runs. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind
as we hit the fourth and final quarter. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down.
40-yard line.
Garoppolo again looking for Samuel. This time the catch made. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. He's going to get this down here at the 30-yard line. 11 yards there. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
What are you doing?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On 1st down, Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Packers 24, 49ers 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Love. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 36.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. It'll be Love to try and get the 1st. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And here's a very low line drive. Almost whiffed on it. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. To throw is Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Raheem Mostert there.
That'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive.